Bean water? You don't like?
Good as sausage water.
No, he said bean juice though. It just sounds.
Sausage water is just sausage coffee.
Of Coffee Custom Builds, Daniel Dunlap of Daniel Dunlap Works, Peter Kapar of Petrie's Workshop. You can find us all, as well as the podcast, on Instagram and YouTube.
Pooping with Pete.
Welcome to a super low energy episode of Another Wish Up Podcast, episode 70.
I'm so sleepy.
Hashtag pooping with Pete. There, we're gonna start strong.
You're coming in hot.
You just threw it out there. You just threw it out into the universe. I was
Guys,
gonna try to roll that out nice and slow. You know,
The guys are trying to start a hashtag for me, and I threw that out in a pre-show.
I'm Coffee with Coffee. Didi is drunks with Didi, or drinks with Didi. I keep saying drunks because it's way more accurate.
Drunk with
Drinks
Dunlap.
with Didi. Drinks with Didi, and then it's pooping with Pete.
Yeah,
we're gonna get this thing rolling. So please don't tag me. Just tag Pete and Dan, and let's see how this goes.
Tag Mike twice, please. Thank you.
Yeah, tag me twice. This account and my personal account.
I want
Let's
everyone to
get me super
hashtag
dope.
pooping with Pete, but only tag Mike.
Listen, if you can't afford,
And all I
If
want
you
to see is selfies with the towel rack behind you or tile
you're
on the
do-
floor.
no.
That's it.
if you're gonna do the pooping with Pete, you tag Moses Cho. If you can't support this show financially on Patreon.com, no. If you wanted to support the show, you can check out Patreon.com/Another Woodshop Podcast. You can finance this podcast. That's how this thing goes. It's great. You can directly support the show financially, and that's a great way to do it. It's actually the only way to do it, unless you sent us money in like bags or whatever, and that'd be really uncomfortable.
I have
for
a few
tax
people do
reasons.
that for me. Thank you.
Who still?
You know who you are. Thank you.
You don't keep money in bags anymore, guys. It's
I do in
2021.
Nebraska. It's Nebraska.
Oh, Nebraska. Yeah, they're like in 1987 over there. But
I'm
hey
doing
guys,
pooping with Pete in the forest.
I got we got 2 new patrons on the podcast this week. 2. That's pretty dope.
That is great. Wow. I'm
Wait,
shocked.
actually, is this one new or old?
Yeah,
Paul with flannel saw? Is that
sounds
new?
new.
That's new.
That's new. Yeah.
Chris Wilson.
Thank you, Chris.
Chris and Paul, thank you
Why
guys so
you
much
keep
for tuning
asking questions? Yes, the fact is they are new patrons.
in. I'm not sure. Everything's been so fast paced this week.
Yeah,
You know,
Chris and
Pete's
Paul.
moving, Dan's drinking. So-
Is that really
no.
fast and new though?
No, it's not.
And if Paul gets
yeah.
a double shout out, oh well.
No, I don't.
love him
I think
that
that's a new one for Paul. So big
There you go.
thanks to Paul and
Thanks,
Chris. So
guys.
let's move on from that. If you don't want to support the show through Patreon, that's totally fine. Well, listen, real quick, I did want to do a shout out for the patron. The pre-show this last week. I loved this last week's pre-show. I thought it was really good. I know you can watch it on YouTube.
On the Yelp Hubs.
I mean, it comes out. What, you did that yesterday, Pete?
Yeah, it dropped. If it didn't,
Every
it's
Wednesday,
dropping right
Pete
now.
puts
I
out.
don't know. I'll check it.
I don't know. I didn't, but I was listening to his Pooping with Pete, dropping it right now.
I'm dropping his hot steamy live from last week right now.
The
Yeah.
pre-show live last week was
Public.
good. So if you're a patron, you can get that. You know, Pete, you put them out Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, Saturday or
patrons?
Sunday. Yep.
Saturday or Sunday. So it was really funny. Anyway, we don't have a lot of questions this week, and we're just kind of gonna do a long "What's on my bench" this week. I think we're just gonna go back and forth and talk about. Pete's got a lot of big stuff going on in his life.
Do
right
me
now.
last.
Dan. What?
I just made an Etsy sale.
Oh, nice.
Oh, look at you raising the
it's one of
roof in
I hope
Nebraska.
it's one of your. Do you have a giant bell you ding every time you have a sale? Dong! You have John run over. Yeah, you have John run over to hit a gong or something. John,
wish.
sale.
He's all sleepy. He walks downstairs in his pajamas, just
3 a.m. John.
He just puts no energy into it.
John is my 8-year-old son, by the way.
Right. If you don't know that, you
John's
now,
the homeless guy that lives in a basement.
you've now socially re-engineered Dan's life and can break into all his social media. So, no. I mean, before we do anything, we got to hear Dan sing. I just can't start a "What's on My Bench" segment without Dan singing. Oh, it's just
Fire.
another
Oh,
stunner.
I was gonna start singing some Michael McDonald, or I thought you were just like making requests.
Sing Michael McDonald right now. Go.
Or don't.
Okay, cool.
I'll go for don't.
That would be amazing if Dan just belted out glorious Michael McDonald.
I mean,
I mean,
it'd be the best way to get demonetized.
No,
I could belt it out, but I don't know if it'd be glorious.
Oh, okay. Well, then since you can't do that, why don't you tell us about your week?
Well, you see, my week started on Sunday.
The year was
As most weeks
2021.
As most weeks do.
Don't weeks
No,
start on Monday?
it's been busy over here. It's kind of crazy. We've talked about this, and you guys have totally brought it up in the past because you both have had CNCs longer than me, and especially Mike. You said that as soon as you got your CNC, the orders started coming in, and mine have been starting to trickle in, and just like this week, they've just kind of like popped off. I got a bunch of trays. My Etsy store's doing really well. I'm making a big flag. Well, big for me. I mean, my machine
It's a big
can't cut
flag.
my machine can't cut nearly as big as Mike's, but
But it
I
is a big
maxed-
flag.
I maxed out my machine. It's 32
Yeah.
by
32.
16 or something like that.
It's
With
the
your-
square flag.
No, with the
Yeah, it's
machine.
not a square
I thought
flag.
he was questioning like what
This
size
is
of the
America, Pete. We don't have square flags.
Maybe at
I think-
Legoland.
I think that's Sweden. You mean block man land?
block. I mean, yeah,
Speaking
what's
of block man,
brick builder.
Yeah,
Land.
oh, how did your Catman trays work out?
I've
Or
sold a couple of those.
Sad feline. What is it? Sad.
None of our patrons bought a happy cat tray. Come on, patrons.
Wow, that's some
Wow.
real guilt on people
I
who
know.
already
Yeah, I'm
support us.
sorry. Sorry about that.
No, wait. One of them. Somebody did. Somebody that supports the show. They bought one of your cat trays and some of my.
Yeah, somebody bought a
Immediately
grumpy cat
returned it.
tray. Yeah. Apparently, I didn't sand it good enough. He's like, "Hey, this is a little rough."
Really? I was joking.
No.
Oh, you're joking too. Okay.
No,
thank
I'm
God.
not.
I was like, what?
Oh, you're not.
Really?
Oh no.
Yeah. Sorry.
Man,
Wow.
what, you
No,
gave
I
your
took care
you
of
gave
that.
your Merca away to Brim. You could have.
No, I gave Bram a brand new Merca. He got a
Right.
total missed opportunity. Why are we bringing up Nick Brim again? He
No,
owes us
we don't
money.
bring him up. No.
Come
That's-
on.
That's a weekly thing.
Whatever.
No more for Brent.
My week. Okay, so CNC work, flags, trays.
I think what happens, Dan,
More
is
and
I
more
think when
trays.
people start to feel like you're comfortable with the machine, that's when they start to trickle in. Like when they feel like, okay, this guy looks like he's actually like when you start putting out the pieces that look real clean and crisp. Not that you weren't, but I mean, once you're like doing it regularly and people start seeing like, oh, this person, I think it's like a confidence thing, not with you, but with them and your ability to make it. The stuff just starts coming in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's kind of
It's really
kinda
cool.
crazy. Like it's like the old saying, if you build it, they will come. So like
Right.
that's kind of what's
It's like-
happening.
It's the listing thing on Etsy. Just list everything. Put everything up there.
AB
You're not like
List
gonna
all the
sell-
things.
always be listening.
Yeah. Always be listening. Sorry, Dan, didn't
ABCs
interrupt
of
you.
selling. Always be listening.
Just like always be ABP.
So other than CNC work, I've been making some floating walnut shelves, and one of the shelves is going to have a secret hidden drawer in it. So I'm really excited to show that. I kind of gave a peek of it in my story. So if you've been
It's for
watching
Snickers
that,
bars.
yes, Snicker bars and
Money.
water guns.
Water guns.
Water guns.
Water guns. This is where you hide your water guns.
Right.
And
Super soakers.
and your
Yes.
candy cigarettes.
The 96th Amendment. Yeah, the right to water guns.
96.
As far as the rest of my week goes, guys, I bought 3 trailers and I'm buying 4 houses.
Wow.
How many
Wow,
how
really
many
quite-
shops are in each house?
8
Each shop
shops.
has 8 shops.
How big are
Each
the
shop
shops?
has its own shop.
Right? No, I'm not doing any of that. My week's pretty boring as far as the rest of my life goes. Pete, what about you?
Me?
I heard you got a new house.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right.
That's
Tell us
that
about
was,
your move, dude.
that was my week. So my week's been crazy since we've been packing nonstop for the last couple of weeks, and we closed on Tuesday. There were almost no hiccups, which was amazing. Some of the work that they were supposed to take care of on a house before we moved in was not taken care of, which was great. It was, in case you guys were wondering, they did not take care of the nuclear fault line gas that is still in the house. So that will be addressed now after we've moved in. They gave us some
I
cash.
knew that
to
was
do
going
it.
to happen.
Yeah,
This
because
happens every time with houses.
you know why? Because of the
Always with the
radiation.
nuclear fault line.
Yeah, nuclear fault line, exactly. If you don't know what I'm talking about, listen to all the episodes up until now. One of them contains this joke.
Oh yes,
Yeah, but you have to listen to all of them.
Yeah.
it's
So
a
we get in the
storyline
house.
that's built all the way up till
It's
now.
built, yeah, from episode 1. It literally episode 0 it starts.
It's
Check it
like
out.
Breaking Bad,
Mhm.
but with pooping with Pete.
Yep.
Hashtag pooping with Pete.
Yeah, basically episode 1 through 10 are like Better Call Saul. It's the precursor to the. You'll get it when you watch it.
It makes more sense when you
It makes
watch
more
it.
sense, yeah. And
Good
and episode 7, watch in reverse. There's a secret message. Anyways,
Pink Floyd plays in the background.
so we close on the house, and then almost immediately after like closing, I get a call from the cable guy and like, hey, I can hook up your thing. I'm like, you said 2 hours from now, not even there yet. So
Was it Jim Carrey?
it was
Yeah,
not.
cable guy.
I can get you HBO, man. Stop it.
Oh, Billy.
Jesus.
Sick reference, bro.
Nice areolas, bro.
Put that down. You're gonna get me killed.
Those are Harriolas.
Areolas.
Oh yeah, those are some areolas.
So we get in the house. We immediately start moving stuff over there. I unfortunately I made the decision to not do the epoxy floors in a garage out of the gate. 2 reasons. One is it's basically been nonstop rain and 90 to 100 degree weather with like 50 to 100% humidity because it's been raining basically every day.
What's going on? Why is there so many?
Well, first it was just like
Storms.
crazy weather and it's super hot and humid. But on top of that, Hurricane Elsa is moving up the coast.
You know, basically, a hurricane's just a moist tornado.
Yeah,
mean-
well, yes, Dan. Thank you for explaining it to our.
You wanna build a snowman?
Thank you for explaining it to most of America what a hurricane is. They've never been hit by one.
That joke in there. Oh my God. That was bad.
Just a
Can we rewind?
wet
I wanna redo
tornado.
that.
Yep,
Moist.
moist and supple.
Soggy tornado.
Soggy tornado.
Ugh, so
That's getting written
stupid.
down.
Wait, or are tornadoes just small, dry hurricanes?
Yeah, it's a dry heat.
It's a dry. Damn, you beat me to
It's
it.
a dry hurricane.
Ugh, so stupid.
Tornado is the Arizona of hurricanes.
Makes no sense.
No sense, but I'll allow it.
I like it.
Oh,
I'm getting shirts
God.
made nonetheless.
It-
That's
it-
going on the AWP
They're
store.
live in a
That's the
store.
Tornadoes of the Arizona of hurricane.
What?
Makes no sense.
It's just a monument to man's hubris.
Man's
Pre-show jokes. Oh God! Did you know it's funnier in Arizona right now? It's like hotter and yeah. Never mind.
Yep,
See, that's how
I
you
get
kill a joke, guys.
I get it. I got it.
Yep.
Anyway,
Beat
so-
that horse to death.
So, 2 reasons I didn't do the floors is it's super hot and you can't paint epoxy floors because epoxy won't set in that
I
temperature
thought
and
you
that
could
humidity.
only pour epoxy. That's what I see on IG.
Oh, you can also paint it. Did you know epoxy is actually a glue? Yeah. Anyways,
I had no
Mhm,
idea.
Yeah. Tell me more.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Thought it was a filler.
So we ended up just deciding like let's just treat the garage as a staging area. And man, that garage, I don't know. Weirdly enough, in my head, I was like, I feel like it's not that big. And then I moved in, and I'm like, damn, this is a huge shop. It's exactly what I
Two-car
needed.
garage, right?
It's a 2-car, but it's like I don't know. I mean, I'm so used to this 1.5 barely, while sharing it with other stuff to see a fully empty 2-car garage.
You
I'm
don't
like,
have to share that anymore, right? It's just gonna
No.
be Pete's.
not only that,
Pleasure
but
Palace.
I have exactly. You get it. Yeah. Big
You
Pete's
actually
Pleasure
parked
Palace.
the car in there the other day.
Yeah,
I saw.
Emma, I wouldn't let her go in all
That
the
won't happen
way.
again.
She only went in mostly, but the tips stuck out.
Roles are reversed.
so she
Went in
pegged
backwards and
she
the tip
pegged the
was
car
sticking
in
out.
there, and what is that the line? But yeah,
That makes sense.
I know.
Arizona of hurricanes.
Arizona. God, where was I? Oh yeah. So the other part that's really great is
bought a
I
house.
have, but not only do I have the shop, I have a 12 by 17 shed. It's a massive shed. It's on a property, so
Nice.
I can just put boards in there or whatever. Like I'll still be able to fit a tractor in there and whatever else I need. So pretty stoked for that because I actually, can use it and store some lumber in there. And since I have the trailer, once I stop moving, I can just park it on the property and use it for storage too. Like I hear they do, out in the boonies. we're trailer trash now, folks. Yay.
Yeah.
In the house though, we've been tearing out floors. The bottom floor has 4 or 5 different types of flooring, so it's like 3 different carpets.
Nice.
Contractor grade hardwood, so just like basic super thin oak floors for just the entryway. And then in the kitchen has laminate that's already peeling up, like the stickers coming up because it's in a kitchen and it's not waterproof. And I pulled it up today and there's just beautiful vinyl stuck on underneath. Just great.
Vinyl or
Like
linoleum?
a linoleum vinyl rollout, whatever the old
Linoleum.
yeah, linoleum. Sorry, not vinyl. But the good news is I checked the floor. The floor is 1 inch thick underneath that, the OSB. I thought it was just ½ inch at OSB, so I don't need to add any more plywood. Yeah, so I'm super happy I don't have to buy God knows how many sheets of plywood to get that flattened out.
You know what would be super modern?
What?
Just finish the OSB and paint epoxy over it.
White.
Honestly,
you could do that
over the OSB.
Probably look pretty hot.
I think that would look.
Pretty dope.
Actually.
It would look pretty dope. But I already started moving some tools. Thank you. So like where carpets are getting cleaned.
It's the Arizona
tomorrow.
Flooring.
Exactly. Oh yeah. Jesus. That joke's never gonna die. Like Arizona.
What?
I don't know. As long as there's water, it's gonna stick around. We love Arizona, guys. Sorry.
We do. It's just a joke.
So the
Arizona's
house is
in mountain time, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think they have time zones.
Oh, they don't. Okay.
They don't.
Yeah, they don't observe.
They're in Hawaii
they don't
time.
observe daylight savings or
Arizona
something
is
like
the
that.
Arizona of time zones.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually
that a
pretty
thing?
accurate. They don't have. They don't observe daylight savings.
Or Christmas, I hear.
Right.
So where was I?
So many
Oh,
jokes coming to my head I can't make.
Stop
And
it.
I can't like make any of them.
All right, so the house is great. It's 2,000 square feet. It's way more room than we need. We still have an entire basement too that is unfinished, or as they listed it, finished basement. It's not. So
What?
all in all, it's closer to
Finished just means
3,000.
it has a concrete
Dude, it's
floor.
they
Not
essentially
dirt anymore.
screwed into the
legally finished.
concrete. They just screwed 1/4 inch like melamine with a plasticky finish on the outside, and that's considered finish apparently because they did 2 rooms like that. Like that, no, no, and it was like a rug on the floor. It was like
Can
that.
this be finished? Yeah, it's finished.
It's finished. Yeah, we'll list it as finished. Whatever. You guys will get the money. But whatever. So the whole house, all in all, is about 3,000 square feet. I have my 3D printing room set up downstairs already. Not all the printers are there, but 2 are missing already. That is
What?
the only room. Yeah, 2 printers are here. 2 are at the new house.
Oh, I understand.
So that's the only room that's finished right now because we were tearing up everything else. God, I've got this, guys. I'm gonna just rant about this house because I love it so much. It's just an acre of
good.
fairly flat property, and then I have another 3/4 acres behind it, so I'll never have neighbors behind me. I got a 21 by 21 deck, so my deck and my shop are the same size. It's massive, and the shed and the neighbors are all so freaking nice. I've talked
So
to a bunch
far.
of them. Oh yeah, so far, no
Yes.
crazies. But this whole neighborhood, man, like we wake up in the morning, we're
Those
just
3D
at
printers
peace.
are pretty loud. Do you think you could turn those off?
Yeah, not a chance.
Your new neighbors.
Well, my neighbors are pretty far from my house, so we should be good.
Yeah, it'll be good, dude. I'm just
Man,
joking.
but like I
Exciting.
had this like whole plan in my head. Like they say no plan survives contact with the enemy. I had this schedule lined out of everything that needs to get done. We got into that house and me and Emma were just like so relaxed. We're like, let's just move in our stuff and then like do it slowly. Like whatever. We're just so happy to be in there. I'm way less stressed. Like we sit out on the deck every morning and just stare out at the sun breaking the fog.
The best.
I can't tell you guys how relaxed I am. I'm actually stressed that I'm back at the old house right now. And yes, I know last week I said that this would be the last time. I know it is lies, but let me tell you why. Because the first day we're in the house, huge storm hits New Jersey, like the one we're about to get now, but hits it and we get, first of all, it's 90 degrees out and we get ½ inch hail coming down. Just like starts pebbling the whole house. We're like, what the hell's going on? Trees
Wow.
start like branches
How much
start
damage your
going all
cars
over.
get?
Not much. It was like the biggest one I saw was a ½ inch thing, but like no damage to the
Wow.
cars, luckily. And then like 5 minutes later, they're all melted because it's 90 degrees out. So we get flickering lights and power doesn't really go out. We're good. The next day, I'm working on call this week, so I'm actually working evenings. And 3:30, the power goes out. we're like, okay, this is weird. And then we just like kind of wait, and I technically start working. My buddy's still covering me, and then by like 4:30, I'm like, or 5 o'clock, I'm like, I have to go. So I drive all the way back to Clifton, which is 45 minutes away, to then start clocking. I'm basically just sitting here while everyone else is working on the house, and I'm like, I'm going nuts. Like I just want to be there. Today I just accepted my fate, and I don't want to, just in case the podcast, if we lost power or something, because we did have a storm today as well. If we lost power, I wouldn't want to like lose the podcast. You guys are way more important to me than my new house, just so you know. So I do this for the patrons. So yeah, we are now doing research.
About that moving forward. Sorry.
Oh, I was just saying, like, so now
we're think about that moving forward. Like, okay, I'm gonna shut up now. I'm sorry.
We're getting a generator. That's it. That's all I want to say. Mike, what were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna say we should figure out, like, maybe we can, if it's like prone to losing power out there, we can figure out some sort of redundant setup, so you don't have to stress about. You don't want to have to go back to your old place.
Oh no, this is just for today. So
okay,
the setup setup is gonna be,
it's in the contract.
Yeah, we are when we're recording. Like I have my laptop in front of me and I'm on the PC. If we lose power, my router, modem, and the laptop will be on a power supply. So because I have a big power supply that I can use for that. So that's going to be backed up. So if we lose power, yeah, I can basically go back live on the whatchamacallit. Like will you on my laptop with the Wi-Fi that we have, because the Wi-Fi will still work because it'll be on an APC. Because when we lose power, we're not losing cable, so I'm still getting internet. So yeah, that's my backup. And then eventually we're gonna, and if it's that we lose power for a while, I'm just gonna go over there, turn on the Jenny, and then finish up the pre-show or the show, whatever.
Turn on the Jenny,
the generator, Jenny. So we're getting a generator. I actually got a tri-fuel generator, so it runs propane, natural gas, and gasoline. So I'm pretty stoked for it. And it should run my fridge, my AC, and a bunch of outlets in the house. So yes, if we lose power, we'll just pause for a bit and then restart. We're good, guys.
Alrighty.
Anyways, that's my week. It's been super exciting. I am super hot and sweaty. I'm basically
you are
sweaty all day because all the hot weather, and I'm outside half the time. But the trailer, guys, trailing the trailer with my Subaru is actually really, really good. Like the thing rides perfect. I have no issues at all. I did chug on the first trip because I overloaded it a little bit. But now that I know what it can handle, like when I was driving back earlier today and it was storming too, I didn't even feel that thing behind me, which was great. So that's awesome. Anyways, Mike, tell me about your trailer.
Trail's great. It's a trail boss, really.
Oh, way to trail off there, buddy.
So like
you watched
last week's episode, if you're listening back to it, you can hear I'm sounding pretty raspy and hoarse, and I'm losing my voice.
Excuses.
Well, Friday, I woke up and I could barely even open my eyes, and I could not say anything. It was Friday. I was bad. I was really sick. I ended up sleeping like 20 hours or something like that day. It was really, really bad. I was
that sounds like a dream to me.
Yeah, I was living that Dunlap life, sleeping 20 hours. Just drank all day, tagged people in it nonstop. Poop, tag Pete. No, hashtag pooping with Pete. No, that was, I don't know what I ended up getting. I think my son had croup, so I think I got like laryngitis or something.
Like croup de Ville?
Yep, that's the one. Nailed it. I don't have I ended up getting a prescription that day, and we ended up all through the 4th of July weekend. It was pretty much a huge bummer. So what? Why are you both looking at me?
You turned into a robot on our end for a couple seconds. But we still heard everything. So it was first. It was really fast when you're talking about
it. Cool. I'll pull the audio from your guys' clip so it sounds ridiculous in the
All I heard was nailed it.
Can't wait for Matrix 4. It's gonna be cool. Yeah, so I was kind of laid up. That messed me up, kind of messed up my schedule too. But I was starting to feel better on Monday, I think it was. I started feeling better, and I got in the shop, got the cutting board order. I had 60 cutting boards get ordered. Got that wrapped up. I actually delivered those today to the news station. and then I'm finishing up some hexagon shelves and some table markers, and then I've got I picked up the material today for this sliding barn door I'm doing out of MDF. Picked that up today. I'm waiting for an order of my custom finishes that were supposed to be here Wednesday. FedEx had them Wednesday here in the area. They're sitting at their hub. I don't know what the deal is. It's so frustrating. FedEx is trash, but they're supposed to come tomorrow. I need them really bad. So I'm going to get going on that, and then I'm going to finish up these hexagon shelves and tabletop markers, and that's going to be a lot of fun. And my customer with the sliding barn door, who I also did that big table finishing for, that epoxy table, he's we're kind of going back and forth about
the naval table.
The naval table, that's the one. I gotta go quick here. I'm starting to lose my voice. We're talking about me making a like a buffet for him. It'd just be out of MDF and it's finished with lacquer, but it's gonna have like a chevron pattern on the front doors, and it's gonna have a he's gonna put a wine cooler in it. So pretty simple design. It should be fun. Hopefully I can do that project.
Single Bud Light inside.
Just one Bud Light.
One
Yeah.
Bud Light.
It's like your trailer.
Hey,
no.
It fits slabs top of roof. It's many
Thank you,
3D printers
Dan,
in
for
there.
the text for the clarification on what you meant. Oh man, I couldn't Magnum PI what you were referring to.
We all got it, Dan.
We got it, Dan. I don't.
But
need
it's
to
funnier that you explained it.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna get rid of my what's on my bench because I'm starting to lose my voice. So let's jump into questions, and we got
a bunch.
It was almost question.
Question. We've got one that was written in from Josh Calhoun. He asked,
"Are you praying? What are you doing, Dan?
Come on, Dan.
You don't see that flying around?
Yeah, I see. I see it. Sorry, guys. Dan just like threw up his arms and started looking at the ceiling.
There's the bat in Dan's house. He's fighting it right now. I wish you guys.
It's no bat. That's really Paco. Great. Now Dan's gonna be making bat trays tomorrow.
Get rabies.
He's like,
again. All right.
Bat person trays.
Bat person trays.
Crime fighting bat person trays.
Ooh, I like it. Let me write that down.
Have any of you ever used? Dan's just gonna make nothing but knockoff brand.
and he'll list it so that the bat logo is this way. It's all the verticals or horizontal.
Captain Cereal trays.
Oh my god!
And then I'll post it in our Batman. Look at this tray I made that looks kind of like Batman.
Have any of you ever used red grandis lumber, aka a type of eucalyptus? What kind of projects? Pete?
I have not. Mike?
Okay. Ditto.
Okay.
Dan?
Actually, back in 1999.
Go.
97?
No, I've never used that stuff. I've never used eucalyptus at all.
We're not koalas.
I ate it for breakfast. It's not very good. Very fibrous.
At
Urban Outfitters.
Anything fibrous, you liar. At Urban, at Sky Mall. No. At Urban Wood Rescue, they actually sell eucalyptus, and it's really red. It's just gorgeous. Like I wanna make a table out of it so bad. But I've never heard of that specific red jaundice. Is that what it was? I can't remember.
No, that's the when you're sick.
Dengue fever. Okay.
Oh god.
This first question, all over the place. I lost my my time markers here. Here we go. All right. This first question is from Andrew Crash. I don't know if that's his legal name. It seems
Andrew
like
Smith.
Pseudonym. I'm just joking.
Smith.
Andrew Smith.
Smith Builds.
Here you go. Smith Builds.
Smith.
Go.
With an F.
Smith.
How's it going, guys? Andrew from Smith Builds on
Smith.
Instagram.
You hear it?
Got a question for you regarding builds that are sort of spread out over a period of time. This is probably less an issue for Mike and Dan these days, and more of an issue for Peter, although I guess it may or may not be. I'm finding that I'm having a hard time finding time with family obligations and work obligations to get into the shop on a regular basis, but I have a lot of larger shop projects like rolling carts for tools that I need to get done, and I have to stretch those builds out over a week, 2 or 3 weekends. And I was wondering if you had any strategies for how to make sure you recalled the order of the build or where you were in the process, so that when you come back to a project after leaving it for a day or two or a week, you can pick up and jump right back in. Appreciate your thoughts. Thanks.
Pete.
First of
Seems like
all,
he's aiming this at you.
Andrew Smith with 2 F's. I feel attacked, you jerk.
Why?
And I feel like,
It's not an attack.
Dan
He
and
doesn't
Mike
do
don't have
anything.
that problem, but Pete takes forever with projects. I will have you know, Dan took 16 months
my
to make
gosh.
one walnut desk. Okay. But how I do it is whenever I leave off, I try to leave off with at least the markings of joinery that I plan to make eventually, if I can't do it at that point. So I know how the whole thing comes together. If it's legs or if it's arms, whatever, I'll try to mark them with numbers like this joins with this, 1 1, 2 2, AA, BB, if it's a similar part or something. And that's how I keep track of it. Otherwise, if it's something that's like not that important, like it's like a shop project or something, I just kind of YOLO it. I mean, just like, all right, I'll leave it here. And then next time I'm there, I'm like, you know what? Actually, I'm going to do it this way. Because sometimes I find that you know, when you come back to a project refreshed, you have better ideas. Mike?
I don't really deal with that too often these days, just because I'm kind of going at it all the time. But I don't really know that I have any tips. I mean, it's usually like things for stuff around the shop. It's kind of pretty straightforward stuff. I can like see, oh, these panels. I usually try to leave myself in a spot where it's pretty easy to figure out what the next position or the next step is. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, I've got to do 20 dados. I'm only going to do 13 of them. I'll
Right.
figure out the other 7. I get all my dados done, and then I know what, or my rabbits done, or
I
whatever.
get real
Like,
sleepy doing dados.
yeah, I get those. I get that set
It's your
done.
narcolepsy is kicking in.
Yeah.
Just falling asleep.
Mark Cholepsy. Nope. I try to get
The hell was bad.
I'm gonna delete it
Gee
out already.
whiz.
Don't worry. I know. I was trying to fit some more Cho.
I was trying to make it, yeah, Mo Lepsy.
Moist
Mark Molepsy.
tornado.
Anyway, I usually leave it off at a place where it's pretty obvious for the most part. But yeah, I can't even really think of a time where I've like stepped away from the shop for a really long time. Usually I try to wrap them up before I'm going to take like a vacation or something like that. So it's not really helpful. Sorry, Dan.
Yeah, I would do the same thing. You know, try to find a good stopping point where it would make sense. If that's not possible, you know, I would mark notes right on the project itself, especially, you know, if you're in the middle of the project, it's going to get sanded off anyway, right? So it's not like I would carve a note into it. You can just write a note. with
I
a
write
pencil.
all over projects all the
all
time
the time.
with pencil.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nonstop. Yep.
And
Yep.
if that's not possible for some reason, I don't know why it wouldn't be, but write a note on like a whiteboard or a piece of paper or a notebook.
Oh,
or
yeah,
something.
whiteboard is a good thing too. I
Yeah,
use that
a
as well.
whiteboard's great to have in the shop. You
But
leave it
Mike,
there.
what if the wood is dark and you can't see the pencil marks? What do I do?
Well, you're gonna want to swipe up here and use this
That's not how that
Bohin chalk. Oh, this is not that format. No, you want to use a white chalk pencil. And if you need that, reach out
Hit
to
me
my
up.
coffee. HMU.
Hit up Dan.
Slide into my DMs. Don't
Cat
talk
tray.
to Dan.
Cat tray Dan.
What a bunch of shills.
Cat trays
This
with
next
Dunlap.
question-
Why do you think I do this podcast? So I could show my
Right.
work.
Show,
Look at
show your
my
work.
crime fighting bat person tray. Oh man, that's silly.
Look at
And
the
his
amazing
butler,
woman.
Albert.
She uses a lasso of lies
Lasso of lies.
and she flies in an extra visible jet
Extra visible?
because she has
Oh, right.
she had an invisible one.
I know, but never mind. Go on.
Okay, this next question is from Moses Cho. He has this to ask.
I've heard about
Hey
him.
guys, it's Moses from Chosen Craft Co. Just wanted to ask you guys a quick question because last week I heard a lot about air compressors, and you guys were using those to blow out the dust from after your sanding. And you know, I don't have a compressor, and I just wonder what is like the minimum size you need to get, because I know size is an issue.
8 inches.
Yep, size is always an issue. Space is an issue. So Is there like a minimum size that you guys recommend? I'll probably only be using it for, just like blowing out compressed air like you guys. So, yeah. What are your thoughts? Thanks.
Dan.
Blow Cho Craft Co. Thanks for calling in.
Show no blow.
If you're just going to use a air compressor to blow off your projects, I don't think you need anything bigger than like a little pancake air compressor.
Yeah, one
that's what I have.
Pancake.
It's fine.
A nice moist pancake. Right?
Oh my god! Just shoehorning the jokes.
Bing
Pooping with Pete.
Pancake.
Hey, pooping with Pete. What do you say?
Pancakes with Pete. Let's do that one.
Nope, pooping.
I like pancakes with Pete. That sounds great.
Nope.
Oh God, man,
everybody poops. Come on now. Not everybody pancakes. You don't like that one?
I wish the silence hung on a little longer.
So you're saying the pooping is what makes it more relatable.
The pooping is what brings us together.
It's what binds us.
What is happening? Wow, this show has
show's
really
a
gone down the
disaster.
toilet.
Oh!
Is this why our rating is number 2?
I wish.
Sorry, that was a crappy joke.
More like 222.
Please answer the question. Please.
Pete.
Please.
Me? Oh, me?
Yeah.
What binds us?
Get the California Air Tools compressor. I have the 8-inch gallon. 8-inch gallons.
8 inches gallon. 8 inch gallons.
8 inches it's 8 inches per
8
gallon.
inches per gallon.
It's so quiet. It's rated to be as quiet or as loud as a conversation.
Like silent but deadly sort of thing.
Yes, just like your farts.
Such a stupid shit.
Nice, Dan. Take a lap. Scared Max.
I didn't know he was down there.
Jesus.
Look at him
But yeah,
staring at me.
get the California Air Tool compressor. There's I have the 8 inches per hour one, and then there's one I'm looking at it now. It is they have a 1 gallon. It's $122 at Lowe's or probably Menards or whatever might have it too, or just order it on Amazon. I think they have it too. So stupid quiet, great to have in a shop, and it's super tiny. That's it. Dan? Yes, Dan. Did Dan go?
I went first.
Oh, Mike?
Yeah.
Mike, you want to go now?
The California, I have the same one as Pete. Pete got his a little after I got mine, of course.
Mine's better.
No, I have the 8 gallon. I have the 8 gallon as well.
I have the 8.01 gallon.
I have the 8.01 gallon. No, I got that 8 gallon one. It's way more than I need, the 8 gallon. I don't use any pneumatic tools. It is nice that the motor doesn't turn on very often because I don't really need 8 gallons, but and it doesn't really matter because it's so quiet. So that thing I think is 180, Pete. Is that what we paid? 180 or something like that?
I think I got it for 200 when there was like a shortage of them. I paid 200.
yeah,
but it's about $200.
But the bottom line,
if you like your air compressors loud, get a Porter Cable pancake.
Yeah,
it's
a Husky.
It's 210.
That thing will wake up the neighbors 3 horses down. 3 houses down.
3 horses down. Every house has a horse. Nebraska. But the 8 gallon one is 210 on at Home Depot right now. So
that quiet technology that California Air kind of patented, it's kind of going into other companies like the Husky brand and the other shop like house brands are starting to carry them now. So I think those prices are going to start dropping. So I'm pretty sure you can get a Husky pancake 1 gallon with the quiet technology now at the old Home Depot if you wanted to get
1 gallon.
So.
That seems awfully small.
What is the size of the pancake ones? 3 gallons?
I think they're a little bigger.
10.
The California
10?
Air one is
maybe 5.
No, it's smaller.
I don't know.
Pancake. This is great.
We're just all Googling compressors.
We're Googling. 6 gallon. 6 gallon.
6 gallon.
6
Okay.
gallon.
Yeah,
They're all 6
normal.
gallon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alrighty.
So 6 gallon is that standard pancake compressor size, and you're gonna pay $100 to $150 for those.
Yeah, actually, it looks like any of them that has the quiet technology is $225, about $225 and up. So anyway, you don't need to get one of those, but just get that because like those things are screamers. It's like they're real loud when they turn on the non-quiet ones. It's like I told a story that I literally had mine go off at like 2 in the morning when I had a really important meeting the next day.
Yep.
I walked out to my shop, I unplugged it, and I threw it in my backyard because it was so loud. I was so mad that it woke me up from a dead sleep from before I had a meeting. And
Did it learn its lesson?
Yeah, that thing learned its
Yeah,
lesson.
take that.
Good.
So
Dumb
here's
air
how
compressor.
quiet this.
What an idiot that air compressor was.
What was the brand?
Husky?
Oh, of course. They're just like loud compressors.
It's loud.
The California Air Tool compressor is so quiet that like there's times that I'm here in front of the computer and even have my headphones on, and it kicks on in the shop. I can't hear it, but what I hear is when it turns off and it goes. Psst. Yeah, it's like this loud hiss.
Yeah.
That I'll hear and I'll go.
I always think it's
oh, the
Luna
compressor's
farting.
still on. Yeah, so that's how quiet it is. You don't even hear it turn on. I've heard the same thing like from our bedroom. Like I'll hear the
Snakes
hiss
in
and
the
I'm like,
shop.
oh, snakes in my
Too
compressor.
many snakes.
Exactly.
Snake NATO.
Snake Nade show. All right, that wasn't good either. I'm gonna
Moist
stop with this
Snake
joke.
NATO.
Look, guys, we're 42 minutes in and we have no more questions, so we got to do something
Whoa.
quick.
If you guys were a eucalyptus tree,
Okay, that
What
was a
color
stupid
would you
thing.
be?
I wasn't throwing it.
I got a tree you can lip.
Red Blyson or whatever he said.
red blocks,
Why?
A
What?
purple Blasio. Eucalyptus.
blue lotus.
Blue waffle.
Blue Lotus. that part on the pre-show when we were talking about the Blue Lotus and Cunningham being a screamer, I almost crashed my truck. I was laughing so hard. That part was so funny in the pre-show.
I have to re-listen to the
It was
pre-show.
good. You need to listen to the pre-show, dude. It's gold.
I'll listen to it on my drive back home.
It's a
And
45-minute drive back home.
yep, in 20 minutes when I clock out, I am gonna just get in my car. Hopefully the storm's not bad right now, and drive 45 minutes and listen to our pre-show.
Pete, I have an idea for you.
Oh,
Since
idea
we're
guy.
just
Yeah, let's go.
Throwing ideas off one another and
Yeah,
trying
yeah,
to
yeah,
stretch
yeah,
out the
yeah,
podcast
yeah,
a
yeah,
little
yeah,
bit
yeah,
here.
yeah, 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 yeah.
When you build your office,
Oh, here we
I
go.
want you to build like a replica of what you're sitting at now, so nothing looks like it changed. That would make me very comfortable.
That would really. What if I like just pushed that wall and it just like fell away and it's a different house? It's just been the world's crappiest set. Which actually, wait, I didn't talk about one thing that I found. We did it in our live. I didn't talk about it, or maybe in a different live. Whatever, doesn't
when
matter.
you and I did a live. Yeah, I didn't even bring that up. We did a live together.
We did a live. It's nothing serious. Like we're just casually living each other.
Just
Oh,
casually
gosh.
living each other. Come join us, pooping with Pete.
So we didn't see this initially when we walked through the house because
Happening.
It's what binds us.
Jesus. We didn't see this in a house because we were walking
would
through and
think
there was
it's fun.
stuff everywhere. They had 4 kids, so there's toys and whatever every closet. The room that's my office it shares a wall with my garage, but I'm on the second floor. Garage obviously in the first floor. In the closet of my office, Emma finds a door, a small door.
Oh yeah.
And
I
I'm
saw
like,
your stories.
wait, what is this? She's like, Peter, what is this? I'm like, oh, we popped this thing open. There's a light switch and everything. And it's the full length of the garage is a loft. And I'm like,
Actually,
you got to be kidding me. Like
in the
that's
rest of the world, that's called an attic.
an attique. Sorry.
Oh yeah, if you want
Loft,
to get fancy
attic,
and put
whatever.
your
A
pinky
loft and
finger
attic
up.
are not the same thing.
A thique.
No, they're not. That's why I'm
No,
correcting
whatever.
him.
Okay, it's an attic. Fine,
A
it's an
loft is not
attic.
an attic. That's totally different.
You're an addict. Okay, so
You're an addict.
Drunks with DD.
Drinks. You can-
crack with
tomato
Kapar.
juice.
So it's oh gosh, that's
Tomato
close
juice
to
with
home.
DD doesn't have the same ring to it as drinks
Tomato
with DD.
juice. So it's an attic space. What are you gonna do with it?
well,
Make it into a loft. Come on.
I
Aren't you
mean,
listening?
yeah,
Not
basically. No, I will. I definitely want to use that space. So I'm either Dan's killing a fly again
But why?
because
Don't you have
it's
like a big house?
yeah, but I mean like for
But why
shop
not make
like
it bigger?
I can store lumber up there. Like it's got full trusses running
It's
through the
easy
whole
to
thing.
access from
Well,
your
I would
shop?
put in a ladder. I would put in a like a drop down.
Man, you know what's really great when you're dealing with lumber is going up and down ladders. That's my
Right.
favorite. I love going up and down ladders when I'm dealing.
Why are
with
you hating
flat
on me?
lumber.
Because I have
No,
extra
no, no,
space
no,
that
no,
I
no,
want to
no, no.
utilize.
Don't
I'm
worry about
just
the
saying it's a
ladder.
bad- No, I
Dude,
just
I have
just
the
hope-
perfect solution.
What is it, Dan?
Put a tuna
Tuna
hoist
lift.
up there.
I knew it.
Tuna hoist your lumber up.
All right.
Big thank you to everyone for listening to the show. Patrons, you guys are amazing. Thank you for all the support you guys give us. If you want to share the show, that's a great way to support the show. We'd really appreciate that. And yeah, we'll be here next week. We have a secret guest joining us next week.
Is that next week? Wait.
I actually know it's not at all.
No, it's not. That's in 2 weeks. Secret guest in 2 weeks.
It's in 2 weeks. Next week we don't have any guests, but that's fine. We have one in 2 weeks. I don't know.
We'll have Dan on next week. So tune in for that.
Dan will be on next week.
I'll be back next week.
Tune in for Hoist.
Tune in for the episode.
All right. Let's call this one. Everyone have a great week. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Share the show.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Share the show. Bye. 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 Bye.
Love you long time.
Bye.